Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Wordle for April 22nd, 2022. We're going to be doing Wordle 307. I started a little bit early today because I wanted to briefly walk through one little thing I wanted to essentially explain. One thing that I've been studying quite a bit is this GitHub page before we actually start the Wordle. This GitHub page has a list of every single possible combination of legal and like legal possible answers and not legal possible answers for each four letter combination that might come up. So like GRA blank E has a lot of different things that might avoid. This is something that I've been studying. It's been very helpful for my for my success at Wordle. So that was something that I wanted to just give a little looks into, and that I'll probably be referencing during this episode today, just as I walk through, give a bit more of a verbose explanation for my thought process for each of these. Because somebody asked me about that the other day, and to explain my thought process a bit more. So I'm going to do that today. So first of all, we're starting with the word oxide. So none of the vowels that we start off with. So immediately I'm thinking that it's U, Y are the big ones. A is usually relevant, but U, Y are the ones that I start immediately jumping at when there's no E, I, O, because those are harder to get into words later, but they're easier to get into words early. And if there's no U, Y, then we can lock in an A. But if there's no, say, A, Y, it's harder to figure out easier words to shove U into later. So at this point, I'll cycle through the R, S, T, L, N, E in my head and think of words that have a U and a Y in there. And the word rusty immediately comes to mind. I'll quickly check to make sure that rusty doesn't fit into any big categories. See right here. So if I did the word rusty, then there's musty, lusty, gusty, and dusty. And only one of those is accounted for before. So if I put in rusty, then I might have another 3 possible answers that I might have to go through, and it could be up to 5. But 5 is okay. I can live with a 5. 5 isn't too bad, all things considered. Other than that, there's nothing deep enough that would really be a big problem. So I think rusty is probably a fine word to have here. Okay. So we have a T and an A. We have a lot of different ways that we can that we can mess with this. Not so there's not a lot of words that have a T in the fourth slot unless it's T vowel. Um, Usually TY is one of the bigger ones. So my mind's immediately thinking TH as an opener, THA perhaps. Let's see if there's any THA starts anywhere here that come up. So yeah, the first thing that comes up is thack, which doesn't feel right. Thank. I've got to. Actually, the word thank doesn't hurt here. We do have N and K available. We'll get another position for the T. Get the H, which is a weird one. And if the word is like something with a CH, for example, or an H as the digraph, then we can work with that. Likewise, actually, we also have an N, which means if the word ends in NT, then we'll have the N placed, and we can lightly place the T afterwards. So let's quickly check to see if there's any words that perhaps end in ANT that are a little dangerous to consider. Not particularly. Not that I can see. I don't see anything that immediately comes up. So I think the word thank is a pretty clean word for here. And there we go. So you probably have an ANT word at the end. My mind is thinking the word plant, first of all. It's probably another, it's likely a digraph ANT word. So you could plant. The word avant, I think, is legal. What else do we have here? I don't see anything else that immediately comes to mind. The only digraph that we're kind of missing here is there something T? I don't think so. There's only one that could be T. Would be ATAN, which I think the word is likely plant. If it's not, then it's likely the word avant. But there we go. It is the word plant. So overall, a fairly safe 4 solve for today. I won't always, Rusty, what was it? Think. I usually don't actually reference, uh, the combo sheet here when I'm actually playing. I should probably have zoomed in a bit more so I could do, like, so I could get this, like, more on screen like that. But, yeah, there's no easy way to be able to center that more accordingly. It's kind of already done that. Maybe I'll put that into a TXT and reference that instead that way. To make it easier to look at, because this is all centered. So when I'm zoomed in, I can't, like, off-center it for the purpose of the, of the Wordle capture. That's essentially it. Rusty, thank, Avant. No words repeated. I was pretty sure I didn't recognize any of those words. Once we get deep enough, I'll have to start considering words that I've already done to try avoiding. Yeah, that's everything. Hope that you enjoyed. Oh, it wasn't the word avant, it was the word plant. Let's remember the actual word that I used, please. So yeah, not bad at all. My streak is still pretty decently maintained, and I intend to keep it that way as long as possible. 58 streak and going strong. Thank you very much. Have a great one, guys. Cheers.